boys, the time has come to finally do an oil change on this thing.
What the hell? Oh my God.
Let's get a little cold start. I'm at 500 miles, and basically the reason why I'm going to do this oil change is to take out any of the debris that has been caused from, you know, kind of early break-in. Let's go to AutoZone.
A few moments later.
536 miles. Now I'm gonna pull the Q out and put the Z in the garage. That way I can do the oil change inside there. Q's been down because the full high pressure fuel pump is leaking. So I got it back. They forgot to send me the adapter that was on the pump itself. That should be coming in tomorrow. That way I can actually turn this thing on and start driving this while I put that inside, so I could start doing paint correction and PPF. First time in the garage, and it looks good. I still can't believe it's mine. Hell yeah. I have to make some careful cuts here. All right, I think I made some pretty good cuts. Let's see if it worked. Yeah. So this is really my first time really looking into the engine bay. First thing I want to look at is if the automatic does in fact come with the electronic bypass valve, and it sure does. Right there. That is now integrated onto the turbo, so that's what makes these turbos different than the previous VR30 variants. All right, so let's jack up the car. In the manual, it shows that these are the jack points here, so it'll be here and right there as well. I don't want to bend these pinch welds. That's why I bought this, and it's gonna cup it that way it doesn't bend. See how it seats perfectly? If you guys are interested in purchasing these, they come as a kit, and I'll put the link in the description. That way you guys can protect your car, and this can work for any car as long as it has the pinch welds. I'm just gonna raise one side and get under it from there. I want the oil to kind of drain out of the plug. Plastic rivets are gonna come off from underneath the shroud. Looks like it's bolted on with 10mm bolts here as well. Actually, we just have to take off the back part, and I think it folds forward. I'm figuring this stuff out with you guys, so I'm not gonna edit out anything. All right, so we're gonna do the 4 that are out on the back side of the shroud. See if it gives us access to what we need. It sure does. I'm gonna get my first oil sample from this engine for the first 500 miles. Just wait a little bit right now. And I'm gonna send this over to Blackstone, and we're gonna keep track on the health of this motor throughout its life. If you guys are new to the VR30 platform, be very careful. Do not over tighten this. This is a plastic pan. You will strip the pan, the threaded insert that's in there. So be very careful. So we're gonna be going with the GTR filter because it's a little bigger and we can put more oil in this engine. Most of these engines have blown up because of oil starvation, so we're gonna prevent that any way possible. Clean the oil residue. So I'm just gonna use some 0W20. The reason why I chose Valvoline is because that's basically what they had on sale there. I'm not too worried about what oil I am using right now. As long as, you know, it's API SN certified. It has low calcium, so which is really good for direct injection engines. You don't want an oil that has high calcium. Either way, I'm just using 0W20, which is what the manufacturer calls out for. It is fine on a stock engine. This is designed for the tight clearances that these bearings have and all that, so I'm not too worried about using 0W20. Now eventually, once this car is tuned, I normally go up to a 0W30. I have ran 0W40 for most of the life of that Q50 that I have out there.
So we're gonna fill up to 5.8 quarts versus the factory 5.6 since we're using the oversized filter from the GTR.
Since we're already down here, I kind of want to show you what it looks like. So we have the catalytic converters, which are 2 pieces down here, same as the VR30 in the Q50s. The exhaust is extremely small, just like in the Qs. This looks like it's probably 2.25 inch. It merges, then splits again into the midsection. Yeah, it splits into here, and it looks like it goes to about 2.5 inches here, and then they merge together inside this muffler. By the time it gets to the tips, I believe that looks like it's 3 3/4. But check this bizarre but interesting muffler setup here. I actually just learned through Street Speed's video that Tenneco, which is the brand, the manufacturer of this muffler, they make a lot of GM products, and currently Tenneco is in all the C8s including the Z06. So fun fact. Baby, that thing looks good. That shit looks fire.